All right, so just wanted to do a quick tax refund status update for the 2024 tax season. So when we talk about regular processing times, if you electronically file your return and it's showing as accepted by the IRS, the refund is usually processed within 8 to 15 days, so up to about 2 weeks. Now, the IRS claims that based on their data, 9 out of 10 refunds are processed and deposited in under 21 days. So most people, when they file, they get an acceptance. They've got maximum 3 weeks before that refund clears and hits their bank account. Now, if you paper file your return, it's a different story, right? So paper filing takes significantly longer, usually 6 to 8 weeks, but in practice, sometimes we see it's even much longer than that, maybe 3 or 4 months. So it's highly recommended that you electronically file your return. Try to avoid paper filing at all costs. Now, the immediate delays that we see in refunds are because of this PATH Act. So a little bit of background on that. In 2015, Congress passed the Protecting Americans from Tax Hikes Act, or the PATH Act for short. And so under these changes, the IRS can't issue a tax refund before the 15th day of the second month following the close of the tax year. So in other words, February, right? So February 15th, they can't issue you a refund if your refund contains either the earned income credit or the additional child tax credit. So what are those two amounts? If we have a look at this sample return here for a taxpayer, Emily, she has 2 dependents that she's claiming on her return. If you look at page 2 of your 1040, what you want to focus on are lines 27 and 28. So line 27, the earned income credit here, Emily has one for $472, and then she also has the additional child tax credit flowing through from 8812 for $735. And so her refund here was $4,607, but all of this is withheld under the PATH Act because she has an amount on either line 27 or 28. So if you've got line 27 or 28 amounts, your refund is going to be held up under the PATH Act until February 15th at the earliest. Now, once that February 15th date hits, then the deposits start going out. And so if we follow this 8 to 15 day kind of mark, you may be on or before March 1st, you might get a refund. Now, just last recommendations here to try to process these as quickly as possible for you. Highly recommend electronically filing, right? Avoid paper filing at all costs. And also use your bank account for direct deposit, right? They can certainly send you a treasury check in the mail if you want to receive it that way, but that's just going to add a couple of days, right? So if you want to get the funds as soon as possible, then electronically file and use direct deposit details. Now, also make sure that when you file, if you're using electronic tax prep software, this will help eliminate a lot of these issues, but make sure that you have all of your schedules and forms that you need. If you don't include something that's required, the IRS will delay your return. And so one common one we see all the time is not including the 8962 for your insurance premium tax credit. So if you received a Form 1095A and you fail to include the Form 8962 reconciling these amounts, the IRS will either reject the return electronically or it'll delay the processing. Okay. Now, and lastly, they recommend, just regularly check that Where's My Refund tool and the status update on the website. And that'll give you a good sense of where the return is in the processing stages and then when you might receive your refund. All right, so that covers it for this update. I hope that was helpful, and I look forward to seeing you on the next update. Thanks.